Hi, this is Ishita Datta, a legal intern at Lexis & Company, and today I will be talking about the topic which is the evidentiary value of eyewitnesses in the Indian legal context. In the criminal justice system, statements of an eyewitness play a very important role in ensuring justice. The principles of justice make the fundamentals of truth and impartiality a necessary consequence of justice. This in turn brings the importance of a third party to report the incidents of the crime. The quality of eyewitness statements is presumed to be true and impartial as they are made under an oath and by a third party who has no connection with the either parties. Therefore, the importance of the witnesses in a criminal justice system cannot be ignored. The admissibility of an eyewitness testimony has a long history in convicting and acquitting the accused. It is believed that eyewitnesses are directly connected to the crime and are present in the scene where the crimes have been committed. So now we'll be talking about the evidentiary value and the relevant provisions of the eyewitness statement in the court of law. As per definition of evidence under the Indian Evidence Act 1872, evidences are classified into two forms. One is oral evidence, statements made by the witness, and documentary evidence. The definition of evidence proves that an eyewitness statement is highly valuable in the eye of law. The evidentiary value of an eyewitness statement can be understood with the help of the following provisions under the Indian Evidence Act 1872. First is, as per section 118 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872, every person is competent under the law to testify unless they are not capable of giving the statements or understanding any question of the court for the reason of their tender age or extreme old age or any other disease. The section allows a statement of a lunatic person to be evidence in the court if he is capable of understanding the questions of the court. The statements of the child may also be considered as highly valuable evidence if they have the capability of understanding the questions. It is to be noted that a credible and truthful eyewitness statement can play an important role in the convictions. Second is another provision what qualifies an eyewitness statement as highly valuable evidence as well as strengthens the status of such statements is section 134 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872. As per this section, no particular numbers of witnesses are required to prove a fact. The act gives importance to the principle of quality than quantity. A conviction can also occur on the basis of the testimony of a sole witness. Third is the evidentiary value of the witness. Statement can be constructed from the provision of section 135 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872. As per this section, the order in which the witnesses are to be produced shall be regulated by law and the practice. The section further provides that the witness must be examined as per the civil and criminal procedure. Appreciation of evidence of an eyewitness. The admissibility of the eyewitness statement depends on the facts and circumstances of the cases. First is that when the statement of an eyewitness brings out the accusation against the accused, certain minor variations and differences in the eyewitness testimony cannot corrode the prosecution's version. Second is not given the exact and perfect report of the injuries by different persons with different weapons would not weaken the evidentiary value of the eyewitness statements. Third is the statement of an eyewitness cannot be discarded on the ground of delay in reporting the incidents to the investigating officer. Fourth is if the witness had suffered injuries during the crime, his testimony cannot be regarded on the ground that he had an enemy disposition towards the accused. Fifth is the eyewitness statements should not hold much value if the witness is panicked and scared due to the incidents which happened in the crime scene. Sixth is if the eyewitnesses have observed a murder and the accused has thrown the body in the river at the time of the fog, the testimony of the eyewitness cannot be discarded on the ground that there was fog and the eyewitness might have failed to see the accused person. Seventh is the exaggeration of the evidence by the eyewitness does not make it completely unreliable in the court of law. 8 is that the minor contradictions in the statements of the eyewitnesses are needed to be ignored when such statements are recorded after a delay. So the court's decision on the evidentiary value of eyewitnesses. So in the landmark decision of Vikas Kumar Roorkewal versus State of Uttarakhand and others, the Supreme Court held that the eyewitnesses play a very important role in the criminal justice system and every legislative measure in connection of witnesses contributes to the fundamental principle of fair trial. Similarly, in the case of Pratap Chauhan versus Ram Naik, it was held by the Honorable Supreme Court that an eyewitness statement cannot be ignored on the ground of false implications before checking the evidences with proper care and caution. The court further held that a testimony of eyewitness cannot be discarded on the ground of minor variations. In cases of murder, eyewitnesses are the most reliable witnesses in the eye of law. The credibility and the truthfulness of the eyewitness statement are not affected if it has led to the acquittal of one accused and conviction of others, as held in the case of Krishna Nam versus State of Rajasthan. The Supreme Court in the case of Edward versus Inspector of Police held that the statement of sole eyewitness reliable evidence even if it differs from the medical reports. The testimony of the eyewitness cannot be discarded on the ground of absence of motive. In cases where there is a relation between the witness and the deceased, it is the duty of the court to scrutinize the evidence with proper caution. In the case of State of Uttar Pradesh versus Jagdeo, the court held that the testimony of the witness cannot be discarded on the ground that the witness is connected to the deceased if the evidence given by him is consistent and supported with other witnesses. Similarly, in the cases of Bhagwan Singh and others versus State of Uttar Pradesh, it was held by the Honorable Supreme Court that the evidence of related witness cannot be discarded solely on the ground of being related to the victim. In cases of child witness, there is no law which rejects such evidence if it is reliable. In the case of Algu Pandi versus Tamil Nadu, State of Tamil Nadu, it was held that the child is a competent witness if the statement of such witness is reliable, truthful and corroborated by other prosecution evidence. The presumption that every person acts honestly applies to the police official as well. In the case of Ram Kumar versus State of Delhi, it was held that any evidence of police official which is found reliable cannot be discarded on the ground that no independent witnesses has been examined by the prosecution. However, in the case of Karamjit Singh versus State, Delhi administration, it was held that by the court that without corroboration of other independent witnesses, the testimony of police officials cannot be solely relied on. So, in conclusion, I would like to say that the admissibility of eyewitness statement is based on the presumption that the witness is speaking under an oath is truthful unless it is proved beyond reasonable doubt that their testimonies are untruthful and unreliable. It is necessary to make a close observation while making the statement of the witness admissible. It is the duty of the court to examine whether or not the eyewitness was under any undue influence while giving the evidence, whether or not there has been any threat to the eyewitnesses, etc. It is of utmost importance that the witnesses are not influenced in any manner so that the witness can provide unbiased and truthful statement which would help in the delivery of fair judgment. However, in many cases, documentary evidences weaken the oral evidences as the eyewitness can often be misleading, but the documentary evidences have lesser chances of being inaccurate. Thank you so much.